You get up, take a deep breath, stretch. But when your body is supposed to show strength, firmness, presence, what shows up is an awkward silence. The penis simply doesn't respond like it used to. Not in the morning, not when it matters most. And it's not just the occasional failure. It's a pattern of frustration, weak erections, or ones that fade too soon. If this is happening to you, understand one thing right away. It's not just psychological. In many cases, it's a physical, progressive, and quiet issue, starting with a subtle failure that, if ignored, can lead to surgery. The good news is, there's a natural solution. No pills, no side effects. A simple yet precise exercise that activates blood flow directly to the penis, fills the erectile tissue with power, and brings back the firmness that once felt lost. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to do it, and why so many men are regaining strength naturally, after years of thinking the only option was chemical. Before we go on, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. That way, YouTube will keep recommending more practical and effective strategies to help you reclaim strong erections without depending on medication. And now, leave a comment below. If you're still struggling, write fighting. But if you've already noticed improvement, write coming back. I want to know where you are in the journey and how I can support you in future videos. Most men think erections depend only on desire, but that's not quite right. Desire is the fuel. What really makes the machine run is pressure. Behind every firm erection, there's an internal system of valves, muscles, and blood vessels working in sync. The penis is like a hydraulic chamber. It needs to be filled with intense blood flow, and most importantly, it needs to keep that blood in, under pressure. When everything works properly, the body sends the signal, the flow increases, the erectile tissue fills, and firmness happens naturally. But when that internal motor fails, when blood vessels are blocked, muscles lose tone, or the valves can't hold blood, the result is a weak, unstable, or completely absent erection. That's where many men go wrong. They turn to stimulants, thinking it's a lack of desire. But it's not. It's mechanics. The foundation of potency lies in vascular health and in the tone of the muscles surrounding the pelvic floor, an area most men completely overlook. When those muscles are active, they pump blood efficiently. When they're inactive, blood flow slows and erections disappear. Here's the good part. That motor can be reactivated. It's not broken, just asleep. And with the right stimulus, in the right place, the body responds. Because the body wants to function well. It just needs a signal. If this content has already opened your eyes, show it was worth your time. Give the video a like. That helps the channel grow and tells me you value clear, direct, and useful guidance to regain your potency. Naturally, you do everything they say is healthy. You work out, eat well, take your vitamins, go to bed early, but when you need your body to respond, it fails. The erection doesn't come with strength, it doesn't last, or it doesn't happen at all. And you wonder, what am I doing wrong? The answer may lie in the very habits you think are right. The most common and overlooked mistake is in the tiny habits repeated every single day. Things that seem harmless, but slowly and consistently sabotage circulation in the pelvic region. It begins with tension, that habit of tightening your abdomen all the time, or keeping your glutes clenched, as if your body is always on alert. That constant contraction compresses nerves and blood vessels in the pelvic floor and blocks the blood flow where it should be free. Then comes posture. Sitting for hours without breaks, with poor pelvic alignment, reduces internal space and restricts blood flow even more. It's like stepping on a hose and expecting water to flow out with pressure. And the worst part? It doesn't hurt, so no one notices. The penis only shows there's a problem when it starts to lose its strength, when blood doesn't arrive, when what used to be firm now falters. Many men think they need more stimulation, but in truth, the body is just asking for space, for circulation, for correct movement. This hidden mistake, keeping the body locked up, the pelvic muscles inactive, and the posture collapsed, is what weakens the foundation of erections the most. And unless you fix it, no pill will work. Because the problem isn't a lack of desire, it's a blockage in delivery. Fixing it starts with awareness, noticing where the tension is, where the restriction lives, and teaching your body how to release, breathe, and circulate again. And if you want to go beyond exercise and truly recover your strength, control, and intimacy, with real presence and real pleasure, in my digital book, Rediscovering Intimacy, Healthy, Sexuality. After 60, I dive deep into all of this. You'll understand how the body ages, how to deal with the physical and emotional blocks that affect erections, and how to use simple habits to reignite desire naturally, without pressure, without shame, and with confidence. The link is in the first pinned comment. If you feel the time has come to take back control of your intimate life, this book is for you. When a man wants to gain strength, he thinks about chest, back, arms. But when the body fails exactly where he expects firmness the most, there's no mirror that shows what really needs to be strengthened. Few people know this, but an erection doesn't just depend on the blood that comes in. It depends on the structure that keeps that blood there. And that structure starts in a place most men completely ignore: the pelvic floor. A group of deep, discrete, yet absolutely essential muscles. They act like an internal belt that supports the organs, stabilizes the base of the penis, and helps keep the blood locked inside the erectile chambers. When these muscles are active, rigidity is firm and lasting. When they're weak or inactive, the blood leaks. And with it, your confidence. Most men don't even know these muscles exist. They've never trained them, never felt them, never activated them consciously. And the result is obvious: instability, loss of control, and the feeling that potency is fading away. Training the pelvic floor isn't about appearance. It doesn't change what you see in the mirror, but it completely transforms how your body performs from the inside out. And the most impressive part? These muscles respond quickly because they're made for reflex activation. They're the same ones you contract when holding in urine, sneezing, or tightening during moments of pleasure. They're always there, waiting for a command. When you begin training them with focus and consistency, something shifts. The body starts holding blood more efficiently. The penis gains volume, even at rest, and a sense of control comes back. This isn't magic, it's anatomy. It's applied physiology in the exact place it matters. The foundation of potency isn't in your biceps. It's in a place most people never even think to look, but those who train it feel the difference. Imagine a switch, something that, when triggered, sends a direct signal to your body. Release the flow, fill the tissue, sustain the firmness. Now imagine that switch is inside you, and no one ever taught you how to use it. This exercise doesn't require equipment. No space, no exposure. It's an internal movement. Subtle, discreet, but powerful enough to change your body's response within days. It starts by activating the pubococcygeus muscle, commonly known as the PC muscle. It's the one you contract to stop a stream of urine. But here, it's used consciously and with control, as a trigger to reactivate the penile circulation system. When you contract this muscle the right way, it gently compresses the vessels in the area and increases the pressure within the erectile chambers. Blood enters more forcefully, and more importantly, it stays trapped more effectively. That retention is what creates true rigidity and sustains the erection even after the initial stimulus fades. The exercise is simple. Contract the muscle for 3 seconds. Relax for 3 seconds. Repeat 10 times. Do this 3 times a day. You can be sitting, standing, or lying down. What matters is your attention, because clenching your abs or holding your breath won't work. This is precise internal control. In the beginning, you may not notice any change, but something inside is already shifting. Blood flow improves, muscle tone increases, body awareness grows. Many men report feeling more presence in the penis, more volume at rest, and firmer erections upon waking, even before any sexual stimulation. What's truly remarkable is how the body responds. It realizes that something is working again, that the signal is back. And when that happens, natural reflexes return. Spontaneous erections, the ones that seem to have disappeared, come back. The penis begins to pulse again, and the man feels that sense of control returning. This exercise is like sharpening a tool that had been forgotten at the bottom of the drawer. It still works. It still cuts. It just needed a tune-up. At first, it all feels subtle. You do the movement, feel a slight contraction, a barely noticeable shift, and wonder, is this actually doing anything? But your body is smarter than it seems. What starts as a discrete stimulus eventually becomes a powerful response. Because when the right muscle is activated consistently, it reorganizes. It learns. It responds with greater intensity. And that's when everything changes. The first signs appear at rest. More volume, more visible circulation, more physical presence even without arousal. Then, spontaneous erections begin to return, the kind that had become rare now, happening in the morning, during the day, or even from a light touch. The pulse returns. Blood flows more freely. Firmness shows up with less effort. But it's not just physiology. It's psychological too. The man starts to feel that his body still responds. That rigidity doesn't depend on a pill. That he has more control than he thought. And that brings back something no medication can offer: confidence. The mind-body connection comes back online. tension fades, anxiety gives way to presence, and pleasure stops being an expectation and becomes an experience again. All because, back then, you gave the right command. You taught your body, muscle by muscle, how to do what it always knew how to do. It just needed to be reawakened. And once the body understands, it doesn't forget. Firmness returns, now with more awareness. Control returns, now with more precision. And pleasure stops being random. It becomes a natural response to your attention. Restoring firmness isn't just about sex. It's about reclaiming a kind of confidence that starts in your body, but overflows into every part of your life. The man who feels his penis respond with strength again, who feels the blood pulsing, the volume increase, the rigidity hold, that man changes. He walks differently, looks people in the eye with more assurance, breathes more freely, because his body is once again delivering what was always his by right. Power without fear, pleasure without doubt. And all of this, without pills, without risk, without side effects, just with awareness, intention, and a simple daily habit that reignites what was once dormant. When you realize you have control over your own flow, over your own muscles, over your own pleasure, you discover you don't need anything else but your own discipline. And that's real freedom. Potency becomes a choice. A firm erection is no longer left to chance, and intimacy becomes light, alive, and fulfilling, the way it's meant to be. If this video helped you understand what was behind the failures and gave you a clear path to take back control, subscribe to the channel now. Every week, I bring natural, safe strategies based on real-life experience with thousands of men. And don't forget to like the video. It helps it reach more men who are still searching for this answer. If you want to keep evolving, there are more videos here with practical techniques, nutrition tips, circulation strategies, and everything you need to live your intimacy with dignity and strength. A big hug, and I'll see you in the next video.